Hi, Tom and Steve, another video, and I'm going to be telling a story that was kind of related to me, and some of you may have seen this or heard about it, but it took me, and I was taken by it, and it had to go back in 1980. It has to do with being on a flight. It focuses on a woman that was on the flight, and the story was told, but what happened, and some of us, all of us know, I don't know if you've ever been on flights that can be very turbulent, but this is one case that was. And what was happening, it was a flight to, I'm just reading, it's on the Tasman Sea going towards New Zealand. And when the plane took off, the weather was fine, blue sky, it was just very gentle, nothing going on. And then the plane hit a pocket. It just developed some of the deepest, darkest clouds you can imagine, and the plane was just being tossed around. Just being tossed around, and people were absolutely in absolute fear. They thought this was the end. This is the end of it. And the woman, what the focus is on, this one woman who's a woman of faith by chance, and she's sitting next to a woman that was praying. And the woman that was praying looked at her and said, "Would you like to pray with me?" And so they did. And so what's really amazing is that I said the plane was really being very turbulent. It was really, it was just rocking back and forth. No one knew what was going to happen. It dropped, it just dropped maybe 1,000 feet all of a sudden, so on and so forth. But what happens when they started to pray, within about a minute, the plane just started to settle down. And they continued to pray. And they noticed it was just calm, and it started to be calm. But the weather outside still, believe it or not, was very dark. Lightning was flashing all over the place. It started lightning all over. And the woman asked the woman when they were praying together, she pulls out her camera, a 35mm camera, and pulls it out. "Do you mind if I take a photograph?" She wanted to get a picture of the storm, to tell her family what was going on. She wanted to take a picture of it. Again, the plane is just very calm, but it's very turbulent outside. It was just, lightning all over, and the inside of the cabin would just light up because of the lightning. And she took a picture. Soon after she took that picture, then the sky starts to turn blue, like the storm was already over, and it turned out to be a very clear day, and it landed in New Zealand. And the woman was, she was taken aback by the flight, and she wanted to see the photograph that some of the things that were going on. She wanted to, show some other people what was going on as far as the flight and the turbulence, the lightning and all that. So she went to a developer, and she had the film developed, and she called up to find out when the picture would be ready, and the picture was ready within a matter of a day, 2 days later. She called again to pick up the photograph, and the person at the other end, the developer, said, "Can you go ahead? Can you just pick this? Can you pick this? Your film up? But I want you to come directly. Can you go ahead and do that?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "What's going on?" "I have to talk. I have to show you this. I have to show you this picture. I have to show you this picture." So she thought maybe the lightning storm, or it was just really bright, so on and so forth. And she gets to to developing the people developed the film, and the guy goes up to her and he said, "Did you take this picture?" I said, "You took this picture?" And she said, "Yeah, it was off the flight that it was on." And he showed her the picture. Now let me show you. It's not going to be real good, everybody. It's not going to be really good, and I'm sorry for it, but this was the picture that was taken, and that's what they developed. I'm going to do a little bit of close-up, but that's the picture she took, a 35mm camera, out the window during the clouds when there's lightning and everything else, and there it was right there. The second picture, and this gets a little bit closer, there's some copy there, but you can kind of see a little bit the image. And that's Jesus Christ. That's who this is. And when she was seeing the picture, a thought went through her head. And the thought was that I'm always with you. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to be just fine. And what happened is that, he was letting her know that he's with her always. And here's the picture to prove it. And the people that developed the film, the guy that was standing there was just absolutely, he was just stunned. He was absolutely amazed by what the picture was, but it was really a 35mm, and he can verify the fact that it was a real photo. Nothing was doctored up. It was a real photo. The point of all of this is that there are times, and you've heard of other stories, and I've heard of other stories. I've seen stories that go on that are quite remarkable. And this particular story was Jesus Christ letting her know, and just letting her know that Jesus Christ was always with her, and he was protecting her. And the bottom line too is she kind of took on a little bit further that she was, the whole flight was being protected. It was protected because of him right there, but they were praying. And the plane just settled down, and she wanted to take the pictures of it, and that's what, like the picture I just showed you, that's what was developed. And the people that developed the film were taken aback by it. Made believers out of them. That's the thing that was so amazing. She explained that these people were just so taken aback by, here's this picture. Anyway, that's a story, everybody. And as I said, it got to me. And things happen. There are evidence of things that go on with people, and they have actual pictures, photographs, so on and so forth. And this is one of them, of Jesus Christ being out in the plane, taking care of the whole flight. That the flight was going to be just fine. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I appreciate your time, everybody. Until the next video. And as always, I hope your day is going well. Until the next video. Thanks again for watching it. Thanks again.